Kai and Arrow, but that's basically what they're looking to do here.
Yeah.
If they land either of these, then that's it for OE. But wow, that's a really good pick.
Yeah. Remember when we literally just said that the Kai just gives so much threats and problems for Orange, and yeah, Diggy is the answer here. Whenever Diggy's around, Eve can just freely ultimate wherever you want to be, just ult.
I love it, dude. OE, Orange Esports, they min business. They gave Min the Diggy.
Do they man business?
They man business?
They just min
or
business?
They're businessman.
Okay.
Let's get it. One more look at the lineup. And you know what? Despite the 505 Selena, I'm liking what Orange is bringing to the table. Here we go. Match point. It ends here. It's sudden death. Best of 3. Only one may stay in the upper bracket. It's RSG versus Orange Esports.
And if I haven't already mentioned it in MPL Singapore as well, some people overlooked 505 Selena. They forgot that it was his comfort pick, and they just got stomped over by all his Abyssal arrows. So I don't know, maybe with a Diggy pick, that's like it's something that they can mitigate here, but the number of arrows, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, for sure. There's still some strats that are left under, right, for RSG, and I feel like a lot of these teams in the playoff stage, they might just be saving it for the later portions of the event. But again, right now, with this Selena, they want to try to get that early advantage. And so far, without the Selena helping out in the first Lethal Wanderer, they still were able to take it away from themselves.
And yeah, just to clear suspicions, this is a JJ, a Jungle Julian, on Gary. This hero just goes everywhere.
Yeah, it's Julian, man. It's a new hero.
But honestly, it's not that Julian has been performing like at the top. I think in some of the games he fell off a little bit as well. The thing is, he's super dangerous. He basically doesn't have an ultimate, but he has like an unlimited amount of CCs.
Oh, team fight up top. Again, it's Diablo. He's fine.
Like, hold on. Oh wait,
Yeah,
it's just Diablo. But right bottom here, though, 505 and Baby Cake's also taking some damage, so they're trading blows. But Bray trying to come in with a flank here, gets the heavy spin onto Min. Will not be able to close out that kill just yet, but the sun comes through, and instead it's gonna be Baby Cake that goes down. One more hit on Valence. They trade out between himself and Bray. The rest of Orange Esports, they come down. They want to find another kill. They don't get it onto Bray though.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1. Again, I feel like RSG initially was a really good play, but again, they overcommitted. Baby Cakes didn't have enough damage. Just back up, it's fine. You know, we can do it again later on, but no, they just committed under the turret, got punished for it, and it actually turned out to be a good play for the side of Orange.
Took a while for the kills to come from RSG, and that one opened up the window for OE to punish. So far, this Jungle Julian not falling off quite yet. The very unique hit on him, it demands that you build a Radiant armor. Turtle though, taken by Bray. We're off to a great start for the reset.
Yeah, he comes in with a heavy spin, this time managing to get it. It's not just a desperate attempt at anything. But bottom side, OE also just babysitting. Miku Mi rotates down, comes out with the damage onto Valence. The shield will be able to protect him for now, and he comes out alive.
Great movement coming in from the side of Orange Esports to just nullify that Abyssal Arrow, because it was pop. But again, they were just able to nullify that Abyssal Arrow, maneuver away from it. And again, RSG, they need to look for that early game pressure here with the Selena. If they don't get it, she kind of falls off. Yes, some utility with the Abyssal Traps. They will have a lot of vision. But if Orange Esports just stay at this pace, it's going to be really scary for RSG when it comes to that mid-game.
Looking at how Orange Esports is approaching this, Min cannot leave the side of Valence. They have to pick fights where they're comfortable. Speaking of which,
though, in some trouble, gets stunned out on the way out, but here is Bray with a heavy spin. The initiation onto Valence. The damage, though, doesn't come through, not enough. They trade out 1-for-1 instead onto Valence. So far, RSG and Orange Esports, they're trading really well, and they're breaking even.
Really good trade for the side of RSG. You know, they pick up a kill, and now they've learned, right? If we get the initial kill, don't overextend. It's fine. We get the kill, we move back, we look to convert on objectives. Don't really force these fights to keep on happening. And we can already see progression from RSG currently as they just move over to the bottom side. Baby Cake's low. He's not trying to force this, but Bray, is just going to go under these two turrets, looking for a pickoff. Min taking low, heavy spin there, but the time journey is there as well. Min still able to survive with 1 HP. Gary looking for the play again as he dashes in with sword, and that's a knockup coming in onto Bray, but the turret taken down right before it hits Bray.
This young man looks like he's a different player altogether. The way he's playing the Sakai as compared to how it looked in game number 2. This is amazing. It's like he used game 2 as a warm-up.
Yeah, I think the conversation went exactly like you predicted it. Like, man, give it to me again. I want to prove it this time.
I love it. 2K almost ahead, RSG.
Yeah, with the 2K again, they're not really looking for these crazy fights anymore. A lot of the mistakes that they made in Game 2 came from overextending. So now, Diablo, you can see, when they don't have the pressure onto the turtle, Diablo's just there trying to reset it all the time, trying to waste Orange Esports' movement while RSG completely reset. Now that all the members have come back, they can just push in that mid lane and go for the objective. Bray obviously already starting it, and RSG will be first to come and back him up. Although Orange, they're grouping up as well. They might just be looking for a 5v5 here.
Oh, look at this Diablo bullying Born out of the lane. Bray catches one.
Yeah, and they try to fight for the turtle here. Time journey has been popped, but it's not enough. It's going to be Baby Cakes that takes the turtle, actually, and now they're crashing on to Orange Esports, trying to get the kill onto Valence. Not quite enough just yet. Real manipulation comes out. It's going to be Min that falls first, but Baby Cakes trade out his life as well. It's 1 for 2 in favor of RSG, although it was Baby Cakes that died.
Yeah, man as well. He just went in way too aggressively again, and he's going to be able to... He lost his life. 4 for 1 trade there. RSG, they got the right fight. They positioned themselves better.
Yep, it's messy, but they got what they wanted eventually. It was great, not perfect, but looking at the map, hey, we'll do this all day, right? About 3K almost ahead, and we're 6 minutes in, Min still not leaving Valen's side.
I mean, it's hard to do that. You really need to protect Valence. They're kind of counting on him to scale up into the later game and fight alongside Born. At this point, though, RSG is making full use of their strong early game composition. Is there a way for our Orange Esports to come back? Because Gary is also pretty early game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We need to see more of Gary. We haven't seen much of the combo, the full combo. The swords and the chains. I mean, he did knock up a few in like that very first team fight, but there's got to be more. We hyped up the Julian so much. I mean, it was opened up in the draft, right? Yeah. But so far, it's not living up to expectations.
Yeah, I agree, and I think most of that could be contributed towards RSG's just aggressive playstyle, and obviously they're heroes that just do really well in the early stage that just nullifies the early aggression that Gary can push out. Born, though, he's looking for something in the mid lane. He goes in for the Falling Star Moon. Now with that resource out of their, just out of their arsenal, RSG can't really punish them as well technically right now in the mid stage. They're just going to use that to set up for the next turtle that's coming up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you can see RSG already rotated top. Orange Esports doesn't look like they want to contest this very much. Born taking some damage and forced out of the situation. Gary just waiting there. Is he going to pull off that steal?
Oh, he's looking for it right now, right? Born, again, just trying to open up the map, but they decide to just give it away to RSG. They have too much pressure here, and again, they have their marksman, their gold laner down below with the Diggy as well. Born, though, gets caught in the Abyssal Arrow, will still be able to run away with the sprint, but they're just losing out on these neutral objectives. Getting the trades back in, so they're trading equally, but I don't think it's going to be worth it in the long run against this composition.
Bray came to play. Yeah. All of the wins that RSG has so far was bought by the zoning that Bray brings from minute 1. All right, minute 1. So he has done more than redeem himself. All they got to do is win this game now for all of it to have been worth it. But wait, starting up strong up top.
Yeah, 505 gonna get stunned up there. That's gonna be Bray looking for the heavy spin onto Born. The time journey is here though, and that's gonna be the dive coming in. Gary knocks him up, and Min picks up a double kill here in that top lane. So they are actually finally able to pick up a kill back, but RSG, they're trying to look for the trade in the mid lane. I don't think Diablo will have enough damage to take this down. Yeah, he just pops into Consecration to disengage.
Nope, that's basically trying to open a coconut with another coconut.
Yeah, but that's what Diablo is great at. You put him on this Uranus, and he's going to do that all throughout your lanes. But right now, Miku taking down Valence at the top side here near the turtle. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like Valence was a little bit far ahead here into the side of RSG's map.
Well, I think Miku did need to commit a sprint to catch him off guard.
I was waiting for Gary to just hop in, just go in with the sword. But yeah, it's just too risky right now considering that RSG have the lead. They just want to play it slow, but again.
Shrink the lead, at least.
Yeah. Do they really want to play it slow?
Yeah, I don't know, because Orange Esports, they have the better scaling in the later game, especially with Valence. Don't know about Gary, and that was actually also going to be my question. Do you think Gary will build a little more of a hybrid kind of setup to tank the damage, given that you only have Born and Min?
I think they do. He has to build more damage and not hybrid, because as evidenced by a game from earlier today, the Brody has a potential to kind of like just flounder sometimes when it comes to damage. So yeah, you want to have a lot of magic and a lot of physical. So yes, Gary, I'd suggest he builds a lot more and less hybrid. But look at this, fight mid.
Yeah, it's going to be the flanks as well as Born blocks 2 people in place. That's going to be the follow-up from the side of Gary to shut Miku down. Now Min trying to run away. That's going to be the time journey. Pop Diablo, though, looking to scramble up this team. Orange Esports will have Min fall, but RSG, right now, they're not looking for further punishment. Orange just back up, falling Starmo defensively from the side of Born. And RSG, again, they're just using this to try to set up Born objective. Mainly that mid-lane turret with Baby Cakes, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it. Again, both teams just reset.
Yeah, I think with Miku me down, it's probably difficult. You can see Diablo just going down again to the bottom lane to clear up that lane, forcing Born to respawn as well. But the Lord is up, so the question is, who's going to get back to this objective faster than the other?
I think Orange Esports, if they have a man in a great position and Valence doesn't die before he gets enough stacks on, could be good. Also, they're waiting on Bray. They have to watch out for Bray. Bray has been on point with his heavy spins about 90% of this 11-minute game. So those are how they can get into position and maybe close the gap finally with that gold lead and then finally get a huge objective.
Yeah, but let's take a look at the items here. For the Clint, Baby Cakes is sitting on Endless Battle and the BOD. He's probably building towards a Malefic Roar right now, so not really going to go for the Thunderbolt, the defensive items here. He's trying to just go full on offense. I like that, by the way. But on the other side, we can see the same thing, kinda, right? They're just going full offense as well with Brody.
Especially, and Gary too, we were talking about like what Gary should build. He's got the COD, he's got the Crystal, he's got the Glaive. That's all pain. That's all ouchie.
It's all ouchie. You're right.
TM.
TM. But RSG now, they're trying to finally push the tempo, right? They had the lead for so long. They haven't been making these proactive movements. It actually has been Orange who starts these fights recently in the past 3 minutes. So RSG, they're trying to gain back that control. But at this point, Orange, they have that power spike. Bray gonna get knocked up. Heavy spin to disengage right now, but the time journey is there. Real world manipulation will lock Baby Cakes in place. The flicker is there though to help him get out. Born just trying again to waste some of the resources as Diablo goes in for that flank with the consecration, trying to survive here. Tornapot memory is there, but it is going to be traded in. 1 XP laner for a gold lane, and it's actually a winning fight for RSG as they have more HP, more resources here for the Lord.
Gary had nobody to lifesteal from, spell vamp from, so he was just left there standing after the full combo. And now there is a little bit of a swing back from Orange.
Oh, I think they weren't expecting the damage coming out from Valence.
Oh, no.
There. Well, he gets stunned out, but nobody to close up and follow up that kill. Looks like RSG's just going to focus on the objective now, but it's going to be Min that gets taken down together with the Lord. So this gives RSG a lead here to start pushing on.
This is great for RSG, like they started up slow even when they had the lead. They started going proactive again, and see, now that they have the initiative, they win a team fight because they're forcing Orange to respond to their play. Just because of that, setup was perfect for the Lord, and they calculated it perfectly as well. I did not expect them to take the Lord without Baby Cakes.
Yeah, we're back to about where we were about 7-8 minute mark. 2K goal lead.
Yeah.
RSGSG back in the driver's seat. They do pick themselves up an enhanced Lord. So this does have the jump, but it does not have the thunder, so that's less passive damage. Still dangerous nonetheless. A lot of pressure coming in from RSGSG down bottom, and they do find Gary.
Trying to just, oh, Baby Cakes actually takes out that turret there on the bottom side. So they're really chunking down on the defenses of Orange Esports. On the top, Diablo and Born just brawling it out. You can see Orange Esports trying to rotate to be able to help their teammate out. And now RSGSG looking to siege here. Bray goes in.
Yeah, no heavy spin just yet though. He's just trying to save it up. He has forced man to cancel out on that real world manipulation, and that's going to be huge. Cooldown now is going to be pretty big, as that's going to be the Lord Enhance marching down the top side, getting the damage done onto the turret. But man, Valens with the torn apart memory is able to take Mikumi down. Now, Orange looking for the re-engage once again. Bray trying to just stop this from happening as the time journey comes in, and that's going to be the kill picked up by 505. Baby Cakes gets stunned up and gets taken down. Min somehow surviving here with 1 HP, as Diablo will just try to back up. He has the Consecration. He is not at risk of dying currently. Just way too tanky unless the torn apart memory comes back off a cooldown. And there it is, the burst to just finish him off. Man tries to open up the map, face checks. They will lose 1 base turret for that, but they win out in the fight. But Bray, wait, he's going in again. Real world manipulation. And finally, RSG, they decide to back up. Gary does not want to force and overextend.
Penetration down bottom for a team fight win. I'd say that was worth it for RSGSG. In the long run, I think that was worth it, especially since they still kept the 1K gold lead and it wasn't a devastating wipeout. Maybe for a wipeout, I'd ask for 2 inhibitors. But for 1 inhibitor like this, and then a trade, RSGSG is fine. I think they're okay.
That's true, and I think that's what they are good at as well. You know, if they are losing the team fights, they immediately turn their sights to the objectives that they can get on the map. And I think given the fights that RSG has been taking so far, it's been really difficult, especially with the time journey that Min has been putting out. And somehow they haven't been able to close the kills as much as they want to as well.
Yeah, so that means Orange Esports is holding on. I think what they're lacking in order to actually decisively win a team fight and claw back into this game, maybe close the gap, get a 1K goal lead themselves. They really have to stop Bray. I don't know whether it be to force an early heavy spin or to have Bray commit to Min and then answer with a times journey, as you mentioned. He's just putting so much on the map. Orange Esports, if they get that right, if they do that, this could be a Lord for them.
Yeah, I don't think it's just Bray though, because look at Diablo, right? We kind of mentioned this early on in the draft. When he gets the Uranus, he just forces that attention on him. Currently, both of these XP laners are cutting the wave, so technically Orange Esports are also doing the same thing with Born up top. I kind of feel that Uranus is actually just more sustainable in this stage of the game. But Baby Cakes, forced to flicker out. That's going to be their first time bringing him back onto Born, but that's the real world manipulation canceled out. Baby Cakes will fall, but RSG have no answer to this play. Gary gets a knock up. Miku forced to run away with a sprint, and Orange, they just find 1 out of thin air now, looking for the Lord with the setup. This is huge.
They just strong-armed that team fight. There was no clear initiation, but Min said, no, we go. We go now.
Now Diablo trying to also invade onto the Lord here, making the best of the situation as much as he can. But it's clear that Orange Esports has the lead. RSG, they're not giving up though. They're still hanging around here, trying to do the best that they can. And Bray looking to contest this if he can.
Oh, it's a precarious situation. Miracle, learning about half health.
Yeah, I mean, technically now it's a 4v5, but it's still a 50-50 when it comes to the Retribution battle. Bray has the better position. He's actually pulled the Lord back to RSG's side with Baby Cake spawning. Orange, they're all at half HP. Look at the bottom side. Valens actually taken low. Torn apart memory comes in. He looks looking for the solo kill, but Diablo somehow still survives. The Consecration comes off a cooldown right in time, and he's able to just regen back up. Both teams disengage, and 17 minutes in, we still don't know who has the edge.
I was going to say it's about a party now because it's a 5v5, but both teams disengage. Both teams understand there's not much for us to get here. Nobody's willing to commit. Our ults are too important, but wait, that's a knockup on the Diablo.
Consecration, not enough. He gets taken down, and again, they lose a vital member right before the Lord. But this time, the Lord is at half HP. Miku getting zoned. Born just being such a nuisance here in the front, trying to zone away the members, as that's going to be the real world manipulation to seal the deal as Gary picks up the Lord. 18 minutes in, did they start it before the Evolved Lord spawn? I'm pretty sure it's just an enhanced Lord here.
I think it was an enhanced Lord, but that's the thing with RSG, right? They cannot contest these objectives because Orange Esports just has so much area damage and CC. They have the Julian, they have the real manipulation. There's just no chance for RSG to enter. You have what? An Abyssal Arrow and a Heavy Spin.
Yeah, that's it. that's the engage that RSG can provide. The thing is, Diablo, there's so much CC from the side of Orange Esports. He can take that damage, but once he gets CC'd, once he gets locked down, there's a lot of the single target damage that can come through from Orange. And now it's time for Orange to siege down the base with the enhanced Lord. Bray using that heavy spin, trying to disengage right now as he will be able to just knock some people back, but the Lord will claim that base turret. Bray now gonna get engaged on, falling stun to the backside as that's gonna be the real world manipulation popped and used. Oh my god, they just go straight for the base, and Orange have reverse swept RSG.
Mitek goes wild. The hometown heroes, locals of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, stay in the upper bracket, knocking down the MPL SG Season 3 champions in RSG SG.